What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Looks like the Clippers gave Big Zoo a 3-year, $33 million contract. Now, Ivica Zubac, to me, like I said, I've always liked his potential. His trajectory has always looked good to me. I always felt like he could be a really good, solid, big man in the NBA that has a lot of talent to, take it to another level. Maybe not the level of somebody like a Jokic or somebody like that, but to at least to the level of, possibly close to an all-star caliber type big man, player. I always thought he could do that when I first saw his game, when he first was on the Lakers and everything, because everybody saw his potential, but it's like it hasn't reached its peak. And that was the question with Zubac, like, when is it going to happen? So I know a lot of people right now, especially like a lot of, Clippers fans, looking at Zubac getting that contract, a lot of people are hating right now because, it's like, why? And I can't really, say anything bad if that's how you feel, because Zubac has to play better. I mean, I'll say this. Last year, Zubac averaged his career high in points and rebounds, which was 10 and 8. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. 10 and 8 is not good enough. That's just not good enough. No, I need a double-double from Zubac. If Zubac can't give me 14 and 11 a game, 14 and 12 a game, then, they're going to have to, even though they signed him to that contract, they're going to have to think about breaking that and going into next season or next off season, or trading him, or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, 10 and 8 is his career high numbers. Last season, and that's your career high, and you've been in the league about a good 6 years, and you've always been looked at or projected as, somebody who could really take your game to another level. I mean, people in the Lakers organization and the Clippers organization, the two places he played for, all said the same thing. Even Lawrence Frank is coming out about a month ago saying, how they want to implement you more and, get you on the level that you want to be on, or the level that they think that you could be at, in Zubac. So if people have all this faith in Zubac, it's up to him to really take his game to another level. And the only way he's going to do that is to, play like it. And to me, like I said, 10 and 8, 10 and 9 is not cutting it. I mean, we at least need 14 and 12, 15 and 13 a game. I mean, Zubac should be able to do that in his sleep, if you ask me, especially with all the talent that's around him, because you got, guys who, you got nothing but shooters around you. You got one of the best scorers in the league in Kawhi Leonard, one of the best players, if not arguably the best player in the league when healthy, Kawhi Leonard. You got Paul George, who can fill it up and score from anywhere on the floor. You got Reggie Jackson, who can score from anywhere. You got all these shooters and all these weapons around you. I can understand, the touches of the ball is not coming his way as much, but when it does come his way, a lot of times, unless Kawhi Leonard is giving him a pick and roll, unless him and Kawhi Leonard playing that little pick and roll that they do very well, underratedly, he's not really getting too many easy baskets. And now, I know that's not his fault, but a lot of times positioning plays a key with that. If you're in the right position, you can get an easy basket. If you play the right position, like if you come off the screen the right way, then you can get an easy basket, cutting to the rim, cutting to the basket that way. Or what you can do, like I said, he could position himself in the paint a little bit better. So when, let's say, Reggie Jackson, who's running the point right now, is at the top of the key, position yourself in the paint, back your defender down deep into the paint and demand the ball in the paint and turn around and do a hook shot and easy 2 points, or go up aggressively and dunk somebody in the rim. This is what Zubac has to do consistently. And when I look at Zubac, he doesn't do that consistently. He'll post up around the rim. He'll really, post up really hard, like he really wants the ball at times. Then at times his energy is just not, there, or I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't have a high motor. I'm not sure, but there are times where he wants wants to be aggressive, there are times where he doesn't. And that's not going to cut it if the Clippers want the max out of a player like, Zubac. They gave him a $33 million contract, and a lot of people might feel like he doesn't deserve it. I'm kind of on the cusp of, I get it. You got to pay the man, stuff like that. But of course, he will get a lot more if he produces a lot more, of course. And I think Zubac wants to prove to everybody that he can do more on the court. It's just that I don't see that happening anytime soon, because with the way they added, Robert Covington, Norman Powell, now they got John Wall, of course, Kawhi and PG is coming back. I mean, I just don't see the touches. I don't see I don't see that happening for Zubac. I mean, I know he said about a month ago in one of my videos where I spoke on the topic of him saying he want to be more ingratiated or more involved in the offense. Well, if that's the case, then you have to, be more aggressive. You have to be more assertive. And I don't see him being more assertive because I don't feel like that's in his game to be that way. I feel like he's more of the finesse type big man, that plays that way continuously throughout the game, almost like a Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is more finesse type. You see what I'm saying? He's not that rugged type defender. He's not a Dikembe Mutombo back in the day, or hell, he's not like a Robert Williams on the Celtics. He's not that type of defender. He don't strike fear into people, when they come into the rim. You just see what I'm saying? So I feel like Zubac is more on that level, more finesse. But if that's his game, then you got to polish it. You see what I'm saying? You got to, dress it up really good. So, I mean, you got to be able to score around the rim more. You got to be able to seize your opportunities. And you got to be assertive and aggressive when you get the ball 90% of the time. And that's the way Zubac has to be programmed. Because if he's not programmed that way, you're not going to get the best out of him. And like I said, the touches of the ball, it's not going to be but so many touches he's going to get with all this talent that the Clippers got now. Because now they got so much talent all around the board. It's almost like, man, when will Zubac even touch the ball unless it's a tap or a putback, or, he gets a rebound and goes back up with a dunk or be aggressive or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's really not a lot of touches going around for Zubac. I don't know how much he's going to be involved in the offense more than what he was or what he's ever been since he's been, on the Clippers. But I mean, of course, that's what he says, but how it turns out is two different things. But, I will say this. I'm glad that the Clippers did keep Zubac, because for some reason I feel like he's going to serve them well going forward. And I know you may think I'm crazy for saying that. I've been crazy, for riding with Zubac this long, so I might as well just stick with my pick, I guess, But I feel like the Clippers, see potential in them. And I feel like either that, or I feel like the Clippers didn't feel like if they traded him, they would have got back any good value, unless they would have got like a Miles Turner or somebody like that. But if they would have got Miles Turner, then who knows what the stipulations, or who knows what would have came with that, is what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe Indiana wanted more from the Clippers than just Zubac, that the Clippers weren't willing to give, for just Miles Turner. And maybe Malcolm Brogdon also. I would have loved them to got Malcolm Brogdon. I really would have, because I felt like he would have fit them really well. I felt like he would have really, came in and been the real true missing piece that they didn't have. Now, John Wall, of course, is a way better player when healthy, but the last time John Wall has, really been healthy, it's been a while. It's been a couple years really since I seen him actually play high level, or at least close to high level basketball. And like I said, him not playing that whole season, that could be a gift or curse with the Houston Rockets. He wasn't I don't think he was unhealthy last year. I just think that, he just didn't play last year with Houston. I think maybe they agreed not to play him or something like that. But I just haven't seen him play in so long. It's really hard to, pick or determine, what you're going to get out of a player like that. So I'm anticipating that and everything. But, as far as, Zubac, or whatever, but he's going to have to play a lot better. I'm going to need Zubac to give me 14 and maybe 14, 11, 14, and 12 this upcoming season if he can do that. I believe he can do that. I believe he can get enough touches to do that. I personally think he can. But I think he has to just, be more aggressive whenever he gets the ball. He can't, be fidgety in the paint. He can't, second guess himself, because there's plenty of opportunities for him to score. I mean, every game that I've ever looked at, there's plenty of opportunities. And this past year, if you looked at, this was his opportunity to really step out even more because there was no Kawhi or PG. So, I mean, it was all, hey, I mean, it was all in the makings for you. It really was. So, I mean, it's up to him to, put this together. But I mean, at the same time, like I said, it's going to be even tougher now because now that Kawhi and PG and they're going to come back, it's less touches he's going to get. And now he's going to have to make every touch of the ball count every time he gets it, to be productive in that way. And he's going to have to play better defense also. He's going to have to be more, broader on defense, definitely more harder on defense. You can't come through with these, little small, one block, 2 blocks every 2-3 games. He can't have stretches like that. He has to have stretches where he's more aggressive on the defensive end per game and more aggressive on the offensive end per game. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to give, if the Clippers gave you this contract, which they did, now you got to stand on it. Now you got to live up to it. And I want to see if he's going to live up to this $33 million or basically what I'm saying is I want to see if he's going to play better than this $33 million and they gave him. Be more solid, be more consistent, and play better on both ends of the floor and be aggressive on both ends of the floor. And that's what I need to see from Zubac. If we can get that out of Zubac, then like I said, his potential is going to start to flourish even more. The trajectory that people saw him as one time what he could be, he'll more or less start turning into it and playing at the level he should, which will make the Clippers even scarier than what they already are, because they got a big man that they can trust to go out there and give them 10 to 12 points or 12 to 14 points per game with about 1 or 2 blocks, and he can give you 11 rebounds plus per game. Now the Clippers are, now I mean, it's all bets off. The Clippers are really, really scary now. So, like I said, I hope Zubac outplays his contract. And I really thought, he might have been the ones that was probably traded. I thought so, between him and Marcus Morris. I thought the both of them would probably be traded, or I should say. And right now, Zubac is the one that's still in. We'll see what happens with Marcus Morris, but I'll definitely keep you updated on that as well. But, shout out to Zubac for getting the contract. And now, only thing is, you got the contract. So now you got to play up to it or outplay the contract to, better your chances of staying with the Clippers going forward like he wants to, and probably better his chances of being, implemented more in the offense as well. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you have it. And hey, Khaliis out.